and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a revision video which I haven't done in a while, and I'm going to be doing a video showing you how I make my mind maps because a lot of you have been requesting these sort of videos, and I thought I would do a mini sort of series because my January exams at uni are coming up. Like, they're literally in like 2 weeks, so I thought instead of trying to film other videos and do revision, I would combine the two and show you whilst I'm doing my revision. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoy this video and I hope that it helps you out a little bit. And also I just quickly want to say that sorry about my voice. I have got a really sore throat and I'm basically just really ill, so I'm sorry if that annoys you, but I wanted to get a video up anyway because I haven't filmed in a while. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so to make my mind maps I actually use my iPad. This is just like the original type iPad, but I think that on any tablet or any mobile device you can get the app that I use. So I'm going to show you all of that in a minute. But I just quickly wanted to give a little bit of background information about like how I do my mind maps and stuff, because every person is different when it comes to mind maps, and my way might not work for you and you might find something that helps you better. But I'm just going to show you how I do it. So I actually use my mind maps as a form of consolidation of all my notes. Because at uni there are a lot of different lectures for each different module and each different subtopic and stuff, there is a lot of information jam-packed into each section. So what I like to do is I have 4 different sections under my module that I need to revise. I have learning, developmental, clinical and social. So what I do is I make a mind map for each of those, so I end up with 4 mind maps, and put all of my lecture notes for that specific subtopic into one mind map. So all of my notes are in one place and I can just access it all really easily, because when you have loads of different pieces of paper and just loads of notes everywhere, I find that it just doesn't help you be productive. I feel like you need to be in a productive mindset before you actually do any proper revision. So that's what I like to do with my mind maps. I know a lot of people try to use it to cut down on information and try to get as little as possible onto the mind map, but I personally don't do it that way. I put everything onto the mind map and then use flashcards after. So yeah, that's basically a bit of background information. But now I'm going to show you the app that I use. So if I just turn my iPad on a second. Okay, so I hope that you can see, but I use this app here which is called Graphio Free, and I think you can get it on phones and iPads and things like that. So yeah, this is basically what it looks like when you turn it on, and I'm going to quickly show you an example of one that I've made earlier. So this is what my mind map looks like. I'm going to show you one of them printed off as well at the end of the video, but yeah, that's basically what it looks like once it's done on the app. So if I create a new one, I'm going to show you everything from scratch. So let me just add a new document. Okay, so I'm sorry about the bit of reflection, I can't really help that, but yeah, we're just going to have to work with it. So this is what you see, hang on, let me just delete that. This is what you see when you first come on to the app. So what I like to do is I actually like to make my mind maps free, because then you have more room to fit everything on. So you go to the little cog sign at the side of the screen, which is the settings, and then you can go down to A3, click A3, and yeah, this is basically what it looks like once you've done it. So I'm going to show you how I do the middle part of the mind map, so where I can put my subtopics for each different section. So I don't think you can see, but I go to this symbol here, which is the second symbol on the right. I click on that and then it comes up with all these different options. So I then click on basic shapes and I get is it the eclipse one that I use? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the eclipse one. So you click eclipse and it will come up with this circle, as you can see, or oval. I use this for my main title, so I put this in the middle of the screen, which is actually quite hard to figure out where the middle of the screen is. It does give you coordinates, but that confuses me. So yeah, I basically just try and find where the middle is. So that's what it looks like now. And now I need to do the arrows that come off it. So what I do then is I go to the draw tool, which is next to the little finger on the left hand side, and then you just slide across and draw a line like this. And then I can copy it by using I don't know if you can see, but there's 2 little squares on the actual line. So if you click that, it will produce another one like so, and then you just keep doing that 4 times, because I have 4 lectures for each different subtopic. So for example, for learning, I have 4 different lectures for that. So now I have 4 lines, as you can see. I'm probably going to make these a little bit smaller just because otherwise I won't be able to fit any of the writing in. So I'm just going to do that now and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so this is what it will then look like. If I zoom in a bit, you'll be able to see better. So this is just the typical mind map structure. I think you've probably all seen the structure like this before for mind maps. But yeah, that's what I do. And now I'm actually going to go on to the typing part and show you how I enter all of the information. I'm not going to show you me doing the whole mind map because that would take me so long. So I'm just going to show you some of it, and then I will show you a finished mind map and just show you what it looks like afterwards and what I do to it and everything. Also, to type in the information, I use this portable or Bluetooth keyboard, which attaches, well, it doesn't really attach, but because it's Bluetooth, it will send signals to the iPad. So as I type on this keyboard, it will come up on the iPad, which is so handy. I got it off Amazon and it's by the brand Logi. So yeah, I'm just going to get my notes out from my folder now and start writing up my lectures. Also, just to let you know, I use the font size 7. I used 6 on the mind map that I'm going to show you in a bit, but it is quite small, so I'm decided to use 7 instead. So to actually start typing, you double tap the screen and then a text box comes up, and then you go to the AA at the top, and you can turn the size down by, it says points, and currently it's on 16. So I just turn it all the way down to 7, and then just start typing. Okay, so I've just finished typing up a little bit of the mind map, and what I do now is I just move it into the corner, because what I like to do is for each lecture, as you can see, I have a different section for it. So what I like to do is just put all of the lecture for this specific segment into this corner, and so on and so forth for each different corner. And yeah, that's basically just the setup of what I do. And now I'm going to show you what the mind map would look like once it's finished and once I've done it all. Okay, so I've just got this example out of my folder, and this is the first mind map that I ever did, and this is the clinical mind map that I made. And as you can see, the writing is pretty small, and that's just generic with these sort of mind maps that I do, and I don't mind it being small because it's still readable. And yeah, I can still see the information, and I do convert this into flashcards anyway. So now I'm going to show you what I do in terms of colour and just how I make it more reliable for revision. So I actually get out my pens out of this pencil case, and I'm going to show you the ones I use because I'm honestly addicted to pens and highlighters and stuff. So I actually have a load of the Zebra mild liners. I think I pretty much have all of the collection now, and these are insane. Let me try and show you. So on one side, which is this side, you have the thicker end, which is basically just like a highlighter, and then on the other side it has a thin pen type side. And yeah, these are honestly incredible. They come in so many different colours, and you can get them off Amazon, and if you're looking for pens, definitely get these ones. And then I also have a load of the Zebra Sarasa pens, or Seracia, I don't really know how to pronounce it, and these are kind of like ballpoint gel type pens. They're really, really good as well though, and I always use these for my flashcards as well. So what I'm actually going to do is, because as you can see, I have left the places blank for where I'm going to put the titles and subtopics, etc. I'm going to fill that in now so you can see how I would do it. So I didn't actually mention, but for each module I actually have a colour scheme. So for this module that I'm currently doing, I use pink and purple. So I'm going to use this purple mild liner, and let me see if I can grab a pink one as well. Yeah, I'm going to use this pink one. I'm also going to get out my highlighters from this pencil case. As you can see, I do have a lot of stationery, but I'm going to get out the Stabilo Boss ones. I absolutely love these. These are the pastel coloured ones. So I'm going to get out the pink and purple for that as well. And yeah, I think I'm all set up to start writing. So I think I'm going to go for purple as my main colour, because I've been using purple as the colour for all the keywords and stuff. So I'm going to start writing the titles in here. So I'm going to write the module in the middle, which is Psych 102. And then I'm going to put all of the 4 different subheadings, which are the titles of the lectures that I've done. So as you can see, or probably can't see because of the angle, I wrote Psych 102 Clinical. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this pen, which is the Papermate Inkjoy Black pen, and I'm going to try and kind of make it 3D by highlighting it. I'm going to show you afterwards because it's really hard to explain. But yeah, I basically go along with the outline of the letters and make it stand out. Okay, so I've done a close-up. I hope that you can see what I've done. It's really hard to explain without actually showing you, but yeah, that's basically what it's like. And now I'm going to write the subheadings in the boxes as well. Okay, so as you can see, I've done the titles now and I'm really happy with it. I'm now going to outline the boxes with pink highlighter just to make it stand out. I don't know what to use. I might actually use the mild liner just because it's thinner. And then I'm also going to go over the lines in purple as well, I think. So I'm going to use the Stabilo highlighter because I feel like I could be a bit more messy with this one. Okay, so that's the majority of the titles and stuff done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight some of the subheadings within the actual text. Okay, so now I've actually finished the mind map completely. The next thing I'm actually going to do is use a sticky note. And I actually got this tip off Eve Bennett, who you've probably all heard of because she's an amazing study YouTuber and just general YouTuber. And what she does with her mind maps is she makes a list on a sticky note of all the different subtopics or subheadings within the subtopics, and then ticks them off once she's revised it and knows it, which I think is a really good idea because then you can actually track like how much you know, and yeah, rather than just looking at it and thinking, yeah, I know it or you don't know it, it helps you to figure out what is your strongest points and stuff. So I'm going to get a sticky note now and start making the list. Okay, so I've made my list now and I'll probably keep this either stuck to the back of the mind map or stuck on the front. I'm not entirely sure yet, but it just is so handy, so I honestly recommend that so much. But I'm going to put that to one side and I'm going to do a close-up of the mind map so you can see it all. And yeah, that's basically just how I made it, and it's pretty simple. And also because I typed it up, it takes so much quicker than writing everything out. Like honestly, if I wrote this out, it would take me hours. But you managed to get it done quite quickly on the app, so that's why I use it, and I honestly would recommend it to anyone. This is not an ad, I just found the app so useful. So I'm just going to take you off the tripod and show you a close-up. I also forgot to mention, as you can probably see here, I have little diagrams and things. I've got these off the online textbook that we use, and you can actually insert pictures and screenshots and things like that into the app and put on the mind map too, which is also just so handy because it means you don't have to draw it all out again. So yeah, that's basically everything I have to say about how I make mind maps and what I use them for. from now, what I would do is I would just keep reading over and over this mind map and just keep reading everything through, and then I would actually make some flashcards which would summarise all of this in a more condensed way. So instead of using the mind map as a condenser, I actually use my flashcards for that, and I will be doing a how I make my flashcards video if you would like that. So please let me know in the comments, and I'll probably put a poll on the screen now as well. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I know that's something a little bit different to my channel, but I know a lot of you like study type videos, so I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that it did help you out. If you have any more questions about the app or about what I do, then definitely put your questions in the comments down below and I'll be sure to reply, and I will see you in my next video.